Okay, so I'll just wait for you guys to start coming in before I start. Happy New Year, guys. So, Kasara Chikalu, thanks for coming. Please, if you are joining me, please just kindly make a comment so I will know that you are joining me live. So, guys, hello, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. To all returning subscribers, I want to say a big thank you. And if you are just joining me for the first time, please click on that red subscribe button, turn on your post notification to get notified on when I post a new video. So, this is my first live stream this year. So, last year I was just only doing Premier League, but this year I'm going to be introducing two leagues, and they are FA Cup and the La Liga. So what I'm going to be doing in this live stream is I'm going to be predicting. Firstly, I'm going to be reviewing, then predicting matches ahead of match day. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be reviewing FA Cup matches for last night and make my own prediction for today's and tomorrow matches. So remember that the FA Cup starts 1:30 p.m. Nigerian uh Nigerian time. So, and I'm also going to be talking about transfer windows too. Whether Chelsea are going to make big move yeah, on these transfer windows, whether the Premier League club are going to like buy more players to strengthen their club, whether Sheffield United we whether Sheffield United are going to buy some players in order to increase or build up their squad so that they are going to be out of that relegation zone. And and I'm also going to be reviewing Premier League matches for match day 17 and also make my own prediction for match day 18. So starting off the live stream, okay, just going to wait for more people to come in before I start so that we are all going to review this together and make our own predictions together. So for so far, Ofere has joined me and Kasara Chikalu has also joined me. Thanks for coming. Please, if you are just joining me for the first time, please click on that red subscribe button. It's totally free. So I'm just going to wait for a few moments or few minutes before I would start. But when I'm starting, I'm also going to starting with the FA Cup, followed by Premier League, then La Liga, last to transfer news. So I'm just going to wait for more people to come in. So trust me, guys. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. And if you are not a sports person, I trust you. This my prediction or and my review show is going to make you to like sports. It's going to make you to like the like of Premier League. You know, the Premier League is the most competitive league in the world. It's going to make you to like the La Liga, the FA Cup, where Arsenal are currently leading in all time title. Um, Challenge. So I'm going to start with okay, I'm going to wait for more people to come in first before I kick start this live stream. So okay, I think I can start now. I think three people have joined me now. So I'm going to start with the FA Cup right now. So the FA Cup kick starts 1 p.m. Okay, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. So, although FA Cup third round started last night with the match between Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Okay, Aston Villa, okay, they've yesterday they used their under 19 under 23 sides due to COVID-19 outbreak at the Villa Park. So they were not able to use their their players. But I was I trusted Liverpool. I knew that Liverpool were not going to take their chances. I know Liverpool wants to win trophies this season aside together with Man City. These two teams, they are not joking. So Aston Villa versus Liverpool last night. Liverpool won that match 4-1. So that's FA Cup third round. So Liverpool won that match 4-1. So I was going to like, okay, maybe Aston Villa are going to pull up upset again against Liverpool like they did, like they defeated the champions 7-2. So I was there, but never. Liverpool were not going to allow that again. So I'm going to read you guys the statistics of what went down in that match yesterday. Remember, I am starting with FA Cup third round. So we are not starting with the Premier League now. We are starting with FA Cup. You know, this is New Year. So that's what I'm starting with. So we are going to check the statistics for Aston Villa versus Liverpool last night. Remember, this is FA Cup third round. So this is what we are starting with, review of FA Cup. So two matches had taken place yesterday. That's the first match is Aston Villa versus Liverpool. So now I'm going to read the stats. So yesterday, the match between Aston Villa versus Liverpool. So I'm going to read the stats now. On based on shots, Liverpool had 29 shots on target. No, sorry, they had 29 shots. They had 13 shots on target compared to Aston Villa young side, which had just one shot on target, and that was their goal really. So Liverpool had a remarkable possession of 84% compared to Aston Villa 16. They had a total of 767 passes compared to Aston Villa 157. Their passing accuracy was good also. Liverpool had 89%. They had 7 fouls, one yellow card. There was no red card in the game. So Aston Villa had no yellow card. So you could see that Liverpool outclassed Aston Villa, no doubt. So that match ended 4-1 in favor of Liverpool, and Liverpool are moved to the fourth round in the FA Cup. So everybody knew that Liverpool was going to win, but that shocking defeat against Aston Villa in the Premier League, where Aston Villa defeated Liverpool 7-2. I know we are not going to see that coming. So Liverpool had to win because Liverpool obviously would want to win trophies this season, so as the like of Man City, Tottenham, Jose Mourinho side, the likes of Chelsea, and the likes of Tottenham. So we are going to move to the next match now. Was the next match yesterday? Remember, this is just a review. I'm started making my own prediction for FA Cup third round. So I said it earlier on that two matches took place yesterday. So that's the two matches. That's what we are reviewing. So the next match was between Wolves versus Crystal Palace. Wolves definitely won that match 1-0. So I'm going to read the stats right now. So the stats, so based on shots, the Wolves had 13 shots, Crystal Palace had 5 shots. Shots on target, Wolves had 5 shots on target. Crystal Palace had 0 shot on target. To be honest with you guys, I don't really know what is wrong with Crystal Palace this season. On a normal note, previous seasons, but even though Crystal Palace are not, this is a very shocking statistics. Crystal Palace had no shot on target. Which are probably maybe this is FA Cup. Managers would not want to use their main players. Obviously, they want to rest their big players for the Premier League because Premier League is a very competitive league. So let me just continue with the stats. So in terms of possession, Wolves had the more possession. They had 54%. They had 46%. They had, based on pass accuracy, Wolves had 87%, and Crystal Palace had 84%. So based on yellow card, Wolves had 2 yellow cards, while Crystal Palace had one yellow card. So based on all these statistics now, we would know that Wolves actually dominated the match, no doubt. So we are 10 minutes into this live stream, and a lot of people have joined me. Currently, 5 people have joined me. So I'm going to chat with you guys now. So before I move to the prediction of FA Cup. So let me just this is my first time. Actually, last year I did not chat with anyone. Like after the live stream, I just gave a big thumbs up to those people that joined me. So this time around, this is a new year, new thing. So I'm going to be doing a lot of new things. So Karasinach, I'm going to type thank you. Thanks for joining joining me. So thank you for joining me, Kara Sinach. So thank you for joining me. Joy Owamba TV, thank you for joining me. Taylor's Home, thank you for joining me. So please keep the support coming. So we are going to move to now. This is the prediction. This is my own prediction for FA Cup match day for third round. Absolutely, sorry. So for third round, the FA Cups kickstarts 1 p.m. Nigerian time for third round Saturday, and it's also going to run till Sunday. So the first match for today's FA Cup, which starts by 1:30 p.m., is the match between Everton versus Rotherham. So Everton, obviously, for me, Premier League clubs are to me, all the Premier League clubs in FA Cup third round are going to pull through. That's the way I see it, because FA Cup third round, it has not gotten to that competitive side where, except if both Premier League teams clash. That means in the case of Wolves versus Crystal Palace, we will now say, oh, this way we have to make tough analysis. So who is going to win? Who is going to win? But in the case of this third round, I don't want to say I'll be smelling an upset, but it's norms. It's on the norms that every Premier League team is going to qualify for this third round, except we are going to smell an upset, because this Champions League side and League One side, you don't know what they are planning for this Premier League. Football, like they say, is unpredictable. So the match between Everton versus Rotherham, which kickstarts by 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, is my prediction for that match is Everton to win Rotherham. Everton to win Rotherham. That is my own prediction. So I'm just going to jot that down. So after the whole match of the FA Cup, I'm going to do a review show whether our predictions was right. But if I want you guys to be discussing with me. So if you have any opposing any if you think you don't agree with my prediction, we can also chat now. You can also chat. So my prediction for Everton versus Rotherham, which kickstarts 1 p.m. Nigerian time, I said Everton to win. So I'm just going to jot that down, so I'm not going to make any mistakes. So I've just jotted that down, Everton to win. So the next match is between Bolham Wood versus Millwall. Millwall are a very good side, but if you look at home advantage from Bolham Wood, would say probably Millwall, they are a very good side actually. But to me, I think that match, yeah, we are going to see a lot of goals in that match. But to me, I'm going to give Millwall the win. I'm going to say Millwall are going to win that match. Based on these two predictions, please, you guys can use the comment section. You can also chat if you think my predictions aren't good enough. So I just made my second prediction that Millwall are going to win Bolham Wood. So let me just jot that down. I just like jotting so that I'm not going to like skip anything or make wrong reviews when the third round matches are over. So the next match is between Luton Town versus Reading. Reading, if you should check the champions championship you see that Reading are on fire this season. So I'm just going to give Reading the win. So Reading to win. Remember that this my prediction is based on a win or a draw. So I've not started later on this year. I'll start giving my own scores. Like for example, now the match between Chelsea versus Man City, I might say Man City to win 3-2. So, but now based on this my prediction, I'm just going to be saying that this team is going to win, this team is going to draw, whether there's going to be a lot of goals or not. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing in my prediction. So moving on to the next match is the game between Nottingham Forest versus Cardiff City. Cardiff City, they're a very strong side. So to me, I think Nottingham Forest are going to win because this FA Cup third round, I don't think there is home and away because due to COVID-19 reasons. Because on the norms, when um, two clubs draw, the other team that we are away are going to be our home, then the other team that are home are going to be our away. So that's basically a replay. That's what I'm just trying to say. So the match between Nottingham Forest, I'm going to give Nottingham Forest a win due to home advantage and the rest. Nottingham to win. So this FA Cup is very tough. It's a knockout. So there's no like if you win, if you draw, you're going to do a replay due to COVID-19. There's no that. It's either they win extra time or go to penalties. So it's home advantage and believe is going to work for those people that are at home. So the next game is between Norwich versus Coventry. I believe Norwich with Pookie as the striker, they are going to surely win this match. Except maybe that there's going to be an upset. Surely they are going to win this match. So my prediction is Norwich City to win. So all these four or five predictions that I've made, the kick starts 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Trust me, in these trying times of COVID-19, you need something that is going to chill your mind. You don't need to stress yourself. You just need something that is entertaining, and that's why I'm bringing. What I'm doing is to bring the news closer to you. That's my own aim. Probably some people don't even know the matches that's going on, that's going to be live this Saturday and Sunday, probably Monday. But what I'm doing now, if I'm watching this live stream, you are going to know that, oh, this team are going to play. Oh, the host made this prediction. Let's see whether it's going to be right or wrong. So that's basically what I'm doing. So the next match is between Corley versus Derby County. Derby County this season aren't been they since when Frank Lampard have left the club to Chelsea. Derby County have not been on top of their game this season. And with Wayne Rooney, I don't know. The last time I checked, Wayne Rooney was among the interim coach, but I don't know whether he's manager of Derby County now. But to me, this match I believe is going to end in a draw, then go to penalties. That's my own prediction. But on the norms, I'm going to give Derby County the win. So Derby County to win. Derby County to win. That's my own prediction. So the next match is between Blackburn Rovers versus Doncaster. That match kicks off 4 p.m. Nigerian time, and my prediction for that game is goes to because when I was in my analysis yesterday and checking their stats, I believe Blackburn Rovers with home advantage they are going to pull out against Doncaster. Sorry, I said Doncaster. Doncaster, that a team in the FA Cup third round. So my prediction is Blackburn to win. Blackburn Rovers to win that match. Blackburn Rovers to win that match. So the next match is between Blackpool versus West Brom. I don't really know what to make my predictions, but I believe that okay, you know you cannot compare um Premier League teams to other leagues. So probably if West Brom are not performing well this say in the Premier League, that doesn't mean they are not going to perform well in other clubs, especially when it has not gone into a competitive state. So my prediction for this match is West Brom to win Black Pool. That's my own prediction. So I'm just going to jot that down. So after the FA Cup third round match, I'm going to be a live stream where we are going to review all our prediction, whether it's going to be 70%, 80%, 90%, or whether we are all going to get our predictions right. So the match between Blackpool versus West Brom, I said my own prediction goes to West Brom. So West Brom to win that match. But even though they should draw and still go to penalties, I believe West Brom are going to make a difference in that match. I believe they are going to win because of these matches that I'm making my own prediction. I'm also going to be following the match to see how these teams play. So I'll be able to talk a lot in my review show. So the next match is between Wycombe versus Preston. I believe that Wycombe are going to beat Preston due to home advantage, and that match kicks off 4 p.m. today. 4 p.m. today. That's about let's say less than 6 hours to go. So you guys watch out for that match. So my prediction for that match is Wycombe to beat Preston. I'm just jotting every single thing down. Please, if you are just joining me, please kindly hit the red subscribe button, turn on your post notification to get notified on when I post a new video. Know that the subscription is totally free, just for you to get notified when I post a new video. So the next match is between QPR versus Fulham. Fulham Premier League side, QPR Championship side, and that match kicks off 4 p.m. Nigerian time. So that match, I want you guys to help me out with that prediction because I can see that since morning I've been the only one making my own prediction, so that it's not come and be as if oh the host was just talking, he did not even allow us to make our own contributions. So please, I want you guys, if you are watching me live, just kindly say something about um what your own opinion is, and if you are not a sport person you can just stay and listen. That also grab a cup of coffee in case you are bored or in case you are thirsty. So the match between QPR versus Fulham, my prediction goes to I want to say that match is a draw, but it's a very tough side because I think this FA Cup third round is one leg because on the norms they normally do replay if a particular match ends in a draw, but due to COVID-19, I don't think um, they are going to do replay or anything. So the match between QPR versus Fulham, I think that Fulham are going to win. Yes, Fulham are going to win. So that's my own prediction. So Fulham to win, Fulham to win. So that's my own prediction. So the next game is Stevenage versus Swansea City. Swansea City, I think in their last two games, or was it their last match, they defeated Watford, and Watford they are on form in the championship side. They were like relegated last season, so they are on form, and I think Watford and um, Norwich are going to come back in the Premier League. But that's another topic for another day, another live stream. So For me, that match Swansea are going to win away. That's my own prediction. So that's my own prediction. So the next game is between Burnley versus MK Dons. So my prediction straightly is going to Burnley. Burnley, they've tried this season. They've been on they've been good this season, pretty much good this at least 50 to 55%. So I believe that Burnley are going to take all 3 points at their stadium. With that match kicks off 4 p.m. Nigerian time. So Burnley to win. So the next game is between Bristol Rovers versus Sheffield United. So I Sheffield United they are bottom of the table. So I believe that match is going to go to penalties. I don't know why because Sheffield United I don't know what is wrong with them this season. Last season they were on fire. They were on fire like never before, and all of a sudden they are. I don't really know, Sha, but my prediction I would say Sheffield United are going to win, but probably that match is going to go to penalties. I don't know why, but I believe Sheffield United are going to win that match. I believe so. So Sheffield United to win because this FA Cup is knockout. So it's either I predict straight win to a particular team because I don't think there's replay. So it's either the draw at the normal time, then go to penalties, then one team obviously takes it. So that's the way. So it's either going to be a win-win for my prediction for FA Cup. But for Premier League, I'm going to predict whether a team is going to win or draw. So for Sheffield United, I predicted that Sheffield United are going to pull through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. So my prediction is Sheffield United to win. So the next game is between Oldham Athletic versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth too are one they were relegated last season and they are one of the strongest club in the championship right now. So I believe that the likes of Norwich, Watford, and Bournemouth are still going to come back to the Premier League. But obviously, it's only three teams that get um, get the chance to be promoted into the Premier League after the end of the season. So, and reading to their on fire, Swansea too, and the likes of them. So that match straightly, I'm not going to even do any analysis at all. That match kicks off 4 p.m. Nigerian time. If you want to watch that match, you are free to choose to watch that match. So my prediction goes to Bournemouth. I believe that Bournemouth are going to win that match, no doubt. So Bournemouth to win that match. So I'm just keeping everything untouched. So the next match is between Stoke City versus Leicester City. So yesterday that I was just going watching sports news. I Leicester City's coach Brendan Rodgers said he might likely rest Jamie Vardy and Madison on the match between against their match with Stoke City. So I don't know whether he's going to rest them or whether Leicester City are going to use their young players, the academic players or their under 23 players, young side, you know. Coaches they don't like using their big players for especially third round because it's less competitive. It's when you enter the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and the finals. That's when that cup really matters. But nevertheless, I believe Leicester City are going to win because if probably they are losing the at that game, I believe that Brendan Rodgers might just change his mind and bring in his first team player so that they are going to take all 3 points. So I that's my own belief. But my prediction goes to Leicester City to win that match. So I'm just quickly going to jot that down. Leicester City to win. So the next match is between Exeter City versus Sheffield Wednesday. So I believe that Sheffield Wednesday are going to win. Despite being away, I believe they are going to win. And that match kicks off 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Also, so Sheffield Sheffield Wednesday, I believe they are going to win that match. So we are in 30 minutes into this live stream and we are still making our predictions for FA Cup. So please, if you have any contribution, please make your own contribution, please. So the next game is between Arsenal versus Newcastle. This match is a very tough match. Newcastle are not they are a strong side also, and Arsenal getting back their rhythm after defeating Chelsea Boxing Day. Since then, Arsenal have been on fire, winning games, at least 2 or 3 games in their last four. So I believe that Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, in the history of FA Cup, they've been the one with the highest trophy. So I know that Mikel Arteta would not want to take any opportunity, any any slightest mistake to lose, to go out in the third round. So whether Arsenal are going to use their young players or they are going to use their first team players, it does not concern me. Me, I shall know that Arsenal are not going to take um any sloppy chance. They are just going to take all their 3 points at the Emirates. And that's why the Arsenal at home, the the worst thing that could happen is, as probably after the 90 minutes, it's going to end in a draw, then go to penalty. Then I believe that Arsenal can win that match. So my prediction goes straight to Arsenal. And that match kicks off 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So Arsenal to win. So the next game is between Brentford versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, they are both a very good team. They are both a very good team. So my prediction goes to Brentford. I believe that Brentford are going to win due to home advantage and the rest. So remember that I'm predicting FA Cup third round matches. I did my review for against the match that took place yesterday against Aston Villa and Liverpool, where Liverpool won 4-1. And I also made my own reviews for Wolves versus Crystal Palace, where um, Wolves took all 3 points at their home. They won that match 1-0. Also did my review. So now I'm into the prediction for FA Cup third round. So the match between Brentford versus Middlesbrough, I believe that Brentford are going to come out on top, but football, like we said, we are just trying to make our own prediction. Football is unpredictable; anything can happen. But what we are trying to do is just to make our own, just like you making your own opinion on something. That is what we are trying to do right now. So my prediction goes to Brentford United. I believe that Brentford are going to come out on top due to home advantage, and that match kickstarts 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So Brentford to win. Brentford to win that match. So the next game is between Huddersfield versus Plymouth. So I believe that Huddersfield are going to win that match, and that match kickstarts 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So I believe that Huddersfield are going to win due to also home advantage. Because I mean, I just feel that this FA Cup third round, since it's knockout, at least those teams or those clubs that are at home, they will not want to take any chances. They will want to give in all their best, especially you get. So I believe that Huddersfield are going to come out on top. So I'm coming. Let me just check. So thank you, Arsenal Small Talk. Please make your own suggestions. Please I'm making my own predictions for FA Cup. third round. So please, if you have any suggestion or if you want to make your own prediction, we can use the comment section to chat and come to a conclusion that this team is going to win. So Chika Obiadi, thanks for coming. I think Chika, you joined me last week. Thanks for the support. Please keep the support coming because Chika just joined me now. I think she joined me last week. I could remember her name. So she joined me last week. Thanks for coming. So moving on, the match between Huddersfield versus Plymouth, I believe that Huddersfield are going to come out on top. So that match kick starts 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So Huddersfield, let me just quickly jot that down. Huddersfield, Huddersfield to win. So the next match is between Manchester United versus Watford. Okay, so regardless to let's say Watford, they are really good in the championship. I definitely I'm just giving you guys my 100% that Manchester United are not going to lose at Old Trafford because I think was it 2 days back where they lost at Old Trafford um, in the Carabao Cup at the semi-finals, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer since joining Manchester United have lost 4 semi-finals, and I think he's not going to take any chances. He's going to pick all 3 points at Old Trafford 100%. So I'm not making any uh prediction. My prediction goes straight to Manchester United. So let's just quickly chat with people that have just joined me before moving ahead to my prediction. So I said my prediction for Manchester United versus Watford is Manchester United to win Watford. So that's my own prediction. So let me just quickly say hello to everybody that have joined me. Um, say thanks. So the next game, so all the match, okay, that match um um starts 9 p.m. Nigerian time. The match between Manchester United versus um Manchester United versus Watford kickstarts 9 p.m. So that's all for matches for today. So FA Cup matches continues tomorrow, and I'm also going to be making my own prediction that way. So the for tomorrow's match um starts with Crawley Town versus Leeds United. Am I going to make any prediction about this match? I believe Leeds United are going to come out on top of that match. So Leeds United to win. And that match kicks off 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So the match between Bristol City versus Portsmouth, which kickstarts tomorrow 2:30 p.m. also Nigerian time. My prediction for that match when I was doing my analysis yesterday, I just predicted say okay, let me just come to a conclusion that Bristol City are going to win Portsmouth. That's my own prediction due to home advantage because I don't think there's any replay this season of FA Cup. So my prediction goes to Bristol City. Remember that I'm also going to be doing La Liga review and my own prediction, and I'm also going to be doing Premier League, and I'm also going to be talking about transfer news. So just grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and enjoy the conversation. So that's what we are going to do. Today we are just going to and interact with each other. So the next match is between my prediction for that match I said is Bristol City are going to win Portsmouth. That match kicks off tomorrow 2:30 p.m. So Bristol to win. So the next match is between Cheltenham versus Mansfield Town. So that match kicks off 2:30 p.m. and my prediction for that match is Cheltenham to win. So that's my own prediction. So I'll just quickly jot that down. So moving on, the moving on is the match between Chelsea versus Morecambe, and that match kicks off 2:30 p.m. Hey God, hey, I do you know why I'm laughing? Because just imagine that this small league side defeats Chelsea at home. Me myself, I'll give Frank Lampard. I give you guys 100%. I'm going to sack Frank Lampard with my own hand. I'm going to give if he does not win his match against tomorrow. After spending 200 and something million, he will now not come and beat small side. Hmm, oh God. So my match. So I'm obviously going to predict that Chelsea are going to win. So no doubt with probably regard to Chelsea having losing they are not in their will I say they are not in their right sense, or they are not um on top of their games, but despite that, Chelsea are still tied to contenders. So I believe that Chelsea are going to win Morecambe. That match takes place tomorrow, 2:30 Nigerian time, 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So Chelsea to win. So the next game is between Man City versus Birmingham. So I believe that Man City are going to win that match. I don't need to make prediction against that match because I know that Man City cannot lose. Everybody knows that. Even though football is unpredictable, this one is FA Cup. It's third round. They are home, so there's no excuse. So Man City to win that match. There's a match that I will just look and like, why am I predicting that match? They are going to obviously win that match. So that match kicks off 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Man City to win. So the next game is between um, Barnsley versus Tranmere, and my prediction goes to Barnsley to win that match, and that match kicks off 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So the next game, just let me quickly rush this prediction. So because we are getting close to an hour on FA Cup, and we still have La Liga games, the transfer windows, and the Premier League to discuss on this live stream. So we have a lot of things to discuss today. So the match between Marine versus Tottenham, I am going to believe that Tottenham are going to win that match. That match kicks off 6:30 p.m. tomorrow Nigerian time. So the next match is between Newport County versus um, Brighton. So I believe that Brighton are going to win that match, and that match kicks off 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time. So I'm just going to like quickly round up the FA Cup, so we'll be able to move to the Premier League and make our predictions for our reviews for match day 17, and also make our predictions for match day 18, which kicks off next week. So the match between Newport County versus Brighton, I believe that Brighton are going to take something out of that match. So for my own prediction, I believe that Brighton are going to win that match. So please, if you have any suggestion, please make it in the comment section. And if you are just joining me for the first time, please click on the red subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications to get notified on when I post a new video. So um the match between Newport County versus Brighton, I believe that Brighton are going to come out on top, and that match kicks off tomorrow, 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time. So Let me just quickly jot that down. Brighton to win. So the last match for FA Cup third round is the match between Stockport versus West Ham. So do I need to make my own prediction? That match kicks off on Monday. So that's like after 2 days. So I don't need to make my prediction now, guys. You guys know that West Ham are going to win, obviously. So even though they are away, they are 6 point away. That West Ham are going to win that match, no doubt. So my prediction goes to West Ham United, and that match kicks off 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Takes place on Monday. So I just finished making my prediction for the FA Cup. So what I'm going to do now is to start from the beginning, just in case anyone missed out in my on my prediction. So that's what I'm going to do now. So the match between Everton, I predicted that Everton are going to win. So let me just scroll up to start a review of what we've all predicted. So I said the match between Everton versus Rotherham. I predicted that Everton are going to win. So the next game was Bolham Wood versus Millwall. I predicted that Millwall are going to win. The next game, Luton Town versus Reading. I predicted that Reading are going to win. And Nottingham Forest versus Cardiff City. I predicted that Nottingham Forest are going to come out on top. Norwich City versus Covering. I predicted that Norwich City are going to come out on top. I predicted that the match between Charlie versus Derby County. I predicted that Derby County are going to take all 3 points and move to the next round, which is the fourth round. So the match between Blackburn Rovers versus Doncaster, I predicted that Blackburn Rovers are going to win. Then the match between Blackpool versus West Brom, I predicted that West Brom are going to win that match. So the next match is between Wycombe versus Preston. I predicted that Wycombe are going to win due to home advantage. Then the next match is between QPR versus Fulham. I predicted that Fulham are going to take all 3 points and move to the fourth round. So my prediction goes to Fulham. Fulham are going to win. That's my own prediction. So the next match is between Stevenage versus Swansea City, which takes place 4 p.m. today Nigerian time. I predicted that Swansea City are going to win. The next game is between Burnley versus MK Dons. I believe that Burnley are going to come out on top. The next game, followed by Bristol Rovers versus Sheffield United. I predicted that Sheffield United are going to come out on top. Oldham Athletic versus Bournemouth. My prediction goes to Bournemouth. Stoke City versus Leicester City. I predicted that Leicester City are going to come out on top and they are going to move to the fourth round. Exeter City versus Sheffield Wednesday. I predicted that Sheffield Wednesday are going to win. The next game is between Arsenal versus Newcastle. My prediction goes to Arsenal. Then Brentford versus Middlesbrough. I predicted that Brentford are going to win. So the match between Huddersfield versus Plymouth, I predicted that Huddersfield are going to win. Manchester United versus Watford. I obviously predicted that Manchester United are going to win at Old Trafford and they are going to take all 3 points. So the next match, which takes place tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. I predicted that Crawley Town versus Leeds. I predicted that Leeds are going to come out on top. Bristol City are going to come out on top against Portsmouth due to home advantage and the rest. Then Cheltenham Town versus Mansfield Town. I predicted that Cheltenham Town are going to win. Then the match between Chelsea, I predicted that Chelsea are going to win. The match between Man City versus Birmingham, which takes place 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. I predicted that Man City are going to come out on top, followed by the match between Barnsley versus Birmingham. I predicted that Barnsley are going to win. Then the match between Marine versus Tottenham, I predicted that Tottenham are going to win away from home. So the second to the last match of the third round of the FA Cup, I predicted that Newport County are going to win. Then the last but not the least, Stockport versus West Ham United, I predicted that West Ham are going to win. Mary Kanu, thanks for joining me. So I just listed all my predictions for the FA Cup. So okay, let me just quickly type. Let me just quickly respond to people that they have um that that are joining me actually. So thanks for joining me. So moving on, I just finished my own review and prediction for FA Cup. So we are close to 1 hour into this live stream, and I would be moving on to the Premier League. I know you guys are excited because I started this my prediction show with the Premier League. So let me just open another page so able to make our reviews of for the Premier League and we move on. So let me just check news FA from the FA Cup. So let me just the match between Arsenal versus Newcastle. Um, Predicted lineups, team news ahead of FA Cup fixtures tonight. So and let me just quickly read out some news to you guys. Mikel Arteta has demanded his Arsenal team embark on a long and impressive beating run as they bid to get back among the challengers of European sports in the Premier League. A terrible start to the season means the Gunners remain in the bottom half even after beating West Brom 4-0 at the weekend to mark a third straight win. So I believe that, like I rightly said before, I believe that Arsenal are going to come out on top against Newcastle. So that's my own prediction. So let's just round up FA Cup and move to the Premier League without missing much of you guys' time. So my predictions for Premier League, just going. So my predictions for Premier League match day 17. So for match day 17, I predicted that Everton are going to win West Ham, but my prediction did not enter. Actually, West Ham defeated Everton away, and West Ham. Let's check their statistics in that game. So the West Ham scored in the 86th minute. So I want to read the start for that game. Remember, what I'm doing now is review of match day 17 of the Premier League before we head into the predictions for match day 18. So what I'm going to do now is to read the stats between Everton versus West Ham. So the stats based on shots, West Ham had 11 shots compared to Everton's 10 shot on target. That's 5-2 possession. Everton had more possession, 60-40. They had a total of 589 passes compared to West Ham, 392. The pass accuracy for Everton was also good. That's 83% compared to 76% of West Ham. The fouls, Everton had more fouls. That's 9-7. The yellow card, Everton had two yellow cards. So there was no red card in the match. Offside, Everton had two offside, and for corners, Everton had five corners. So in that game ended in favor of West Ham, but I predicted that Everton are going to win. But from this statistic that I read out here, I think in terms of possession, Everton dominated, but they could not get those goals. But I think West Ham deserved the win because they had 11 shots compared to Everton's 10 shots, and they had 5 shots on target compared to 2 shots on target for Everton. So that's for that match. So the match between versus Manchester United versus Aston Villa, I actually predicted that Manchester United are going to win, and they actually won. So our first predictions entered. Big round of applause for me because it's not easy making all these predictions. So the match between Manchester United versus Aston Villa, I predicted that Manchester United were going to win, and they actually won. So that prediction entered for me. So let's read their stats. So Manchester United opened the scoring through Anthony Martial in the 40th minute. Then Aston Villa equalized through Traore in the 58th minute before Bruno Fernandes in the 61st minute had a penalty kick, and he scored for Manchester United. So Manchester United took all 3 points at Old Trafford in the match day 17 of the Premier League. So let's quickly read the stats to know how both teams played. So based on shot, Manchester United came out on top 19 to 15. Shot on target, Manchester United also came out on top 9 to 5. So in terms of possession, Aston Villa took the possession, but possession does not matter. The goals matters. So Aston Villa came out on top. They had 52% possession compared to 48%. So in terms of passes, Aston Villa had 417 compared to 407. Then in terms of pass accuracy, Manchester United obviously came out on top because they have quality players, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Martial, Rashford, and the rest. So I think that pass accuracy should have been nothing less than 80%, and they also came out on top on that one, having um gotten 82% of pass accuracy. In terms of fouls, Manchester United had 22 fouls compared to Aston Villa's 10 fouls. So in terms of yellow cards, Manchester United had 4 yellow cards. So they had one offside each, and Aston Villa had 10 corners compared to Manchester United 5. So that's the start between Manchester United versus Aston Villa. In that game, I predicted that Manchester United are going to win, and they won. So moving on to the next game is between the match between Tottenham versus Leeds, and Tottenham. My prediction for that match, I predicted that Tottenham were going to win, and they actually won. So you can see my jotter here. So don't say I'm lying though, because I normally jot down when I make my predictions. So I actually predicted that Tottenham were going to win, and they actually won. So Tottenham won that match 3-0, but they had 3-0 with Harry Kane scoring a penalty in the 29th minute. Son scored in the 43rd minute. Um, um, then they also had a goal in the 50th minute and 90 plus 2 minutes. So they won that match 3-0. So I'm going to read the stats as always. Tottenham came out with a whopping 20 shots, 20 shots compared to late 18. They had 7 shots on target. They had the 6% possession. That possession was actually low, guys. It was low. So in terms of possession, Leeds had more possession. So and Leeds also had more passes. So they had a total of 591 passes compared to 347 of Tottenham's. So from the statistics, you would know that Leeds actually tried their best, but the goals are not coming in for them because we know that Leeds are a very strong side. Among the teams that got promoted to the Premier League, Leeds are on top. So they really tried in that match, but to get those goals was not good. So the match between Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United, I predicted that Crystal Palace were going to win, and they actually won. So you can see that my predictions are entering. So it's normal. It's normal for my predictions to enter. But the thing is that you cannot just get 100% prediction. You cannot predict everything 100. But I will just try as much as possible to make my prediction between 80 to 90% correct for you guys. With time, we'll be able to get 90% to 95%. So the match between Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United, I predicted that um, Crystal Palace were going to win, and they won. So the next game is between Brighton versus Wolves. That match, I actually predicted that Wolves were going to win. At some point in my, let me open the stats for that match, because at some point in time, I think Brighton were winning before Wolves scored. Wolves were now winning 3-1 before Brighton scored 2 goals to level that match 3-3. So that was a very fantastic match. But although I predicted that that match was going to end in favor of Wolves, but they actually drew that match. But the statistics for that match is no is tight for both sides, because when you check their shot, they both had 4 shots on target. In terms of possession, Brighton had 55% possession compared to Wolves 45%. So in terms of passes, Brighton had 548 passes compared to Wolves 461. So if you check the possession, the stats of that match, you think that their statistics are almost 50-50%. That would how I will rate my own in there. That's how I'm going to rate the stats. So the next match was between Arsenal versus West Brom. I predicted that Arsenal were going to win, and they won in an emphatic way, 4-0. So I told you guys, since when Arsenal won Chelsea, it's like Arsenal were just waiting to meet Chelsea, win Chelsea, regain back their rhythm, then start winning match. Because since when Arsenal won Chelsea, Arsenal have been on form. If you agree with me, you can make your own comments in the comment section. So I predicted that Arsenal were going to win, and they actually won. They won that match 4-0. So the next game is between Newcastle versus Leicester City. I predicted that Leicester City were going to win or draw, but they won that match. So you can see that my predictions are just entering. You guys should come and join the show. This show is the right show for you. But the my last 2 predictions were not okay for me. That's the match between Chelsea versus Man City and Southampton stunning champions Liverpool. I guess it's football. Nobody saw that coming. The coach was very emotional at the end of the match. We could all see that at when, because I actually watched the game. So Jordan Klopp also complained about penalties not given to him. But on the other side, football, one has to win, one has to lose. But you should expect that Liverpool should win that game. But football being unpredictable, you know that anything could happen. And Southampton came out on top. Their coach were emotional, and having taken all 3 points from Judo Club, and it was a good fight for Southampton actually. So the match between Southampton versus Liverpool, Southampton stunned champions Liverpool 1-0. So the match between Chelsea versus Man City, I predicted that Chelsea were going to win. But to be honest with you guys, I don't know what is wrong with this Chelsea side. I don't know whether it's the coach or the players, or probably they are not getting their reading, because Chelsea obviously this season are tight contenders, obviously. So that match, I don't really know what happened because I watched that match from beginning to the ending, and the way Chelsea played in the first 15 minutes, they played well. Then later on, two goals in quick successions. I don't really know what was happening in that match, but that match ended in favor of Man City. So Manchester United, they'll be having um they'll be having a game with Burnley away. So that's all my reviews. So for my reviews, I got about one. So I got six predictions right, and I missed three predictions. So in total, so there were also games that were postponed. So we could not get to see that the result for that game. So moving on to match day 18. So in the Premier League, so match day 18 in the Premier League kicks starts with the game between Sheffield United versus Newcastle. For that match kicks off 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So my prediction for that match is Newcastle to win. Newcastle to win that game or draw because Newcastle are a very strong side. So despite losing at home to Leicester City, I believe that they could also uh, bounce back and win against Sheffield United. Because for Sheffield United to regain back their rhythm is maybe towards the second half of the season to start winning games. But this first half of the season has not been good for them. So my prediction for Sheffield United versus Newcastle City, I predicted that Newcastle are going to win the match. That match. So Newcastle to win or draw. So let me just quickly jot that down. Newcastle to win that match. So the next game is between Wolves versus Everton. This match is a very tough match. You know, Everton they lost at home to West Ham. Wolves they drew. So I believe this game is going to be a very tough game. But mind you, this game starts 9:15 after 9. That's in Nigerian time. That's 9:15 p.m. Nigerian time. So this match is a very tough match. Wolves versus Everton. But my own prediction would go to I believe Wolves are going to win Everton. Please, if you agree with me, make your comments in the comment section. Because that's my own prediction. I predicted that Wolves are going to win Everton. But the highest that will happen in that match is a draw. That's my own prediction. Because assuming Everton were at home, I would like say, okay, let me say Everton to win or draw. But this one, I'm giving it to Wolves. Wolves to either win or draw. So let me just quickly jot that down. So the next game is between Man City versus Brighton. Brighton are a very good side, so I really think that um, Man City versus Brighton, that match kickstarts on Wednesday next week, uh, 7 p.m. So I really think that for that match, Man City are going to win that match. Man City are at home. So I really think they are going to pick all 3 points at their stadium. So if they don't postpone that match due to COVID-19. So because they've postponed a lot of matches. So I really think that Man City are going to come out on top against Brighton. So I don't think there will be a lot of goals in that match. So I predicted that Man City are going to win against Brighton. So that's my prediction. So the next game is between Aston Villa versus Tottenham. This match is also a very tough match because on the norms we would say um Tottenham are going to come out on top. But this season, Aston Villa are on fire. They've been picking points. They've not been disappointing. This season, they are getting their rhythm. So I really think I really think that Jose Mourinho too would also want to um take the Premier League. Obviously, Tottenham to their title contenders. So I really think that Aston Villa are going to come out on top. Sorry, Tottenham are going to come out on top in this match. So my prediction goes to Tottenham to win or draw this match. So the next game is between um Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Um I believe that Arsenal are going to um come out on top because, like I said earlier on, it's like Chelsea was just their medicine to like get back their rhythm, to get informed, to get winning, and make and get all 3 points from each game. So I believe that Arsenal are going to win or draw at home to Crystal Palace. So that's all for match day 18 in the Premier League. Um, for match day 19 kickstart the next day. So I'm not going to be making my own prediction, but for these 5 games, these are the 5 games we have for Premier League match day 18. So I'm going to be checking some team news now. So let me see if there's any news for us to like bring out here. Okay, no news for now. So we are done with predicting Premier League match day 18 for 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 the Premier League. So I predicted that match day 18 Sheffield United, Newcastle are going to come out on top. They are going to win away to Sheffield United. The match between Wolves versus Everton, I predicted that Wolves are going to come out on top. Then the match between Man City versus Brighton, I predicted that Man City are obviously going to come out on top. That match kickstarts 7 p.m. Nigerian time on Wednesday. So followed by the match between Aston Villa versus Tottenham, I believe that Tottenham are going to win or draw that match. So the match between Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, I also predicted that Arsenal are going to win or draw. So we are through with Premier League. So now we are going to uh, La Liga. So we are going to La Liga right now. So let's see the fixtures we have. But firstly, would have to make our reviews for La Liga. So for and specifically match day 18. So for match day 18, yesterday Villarreal won 4-0 away to Celta Vigo. So Villarreal picking all 3 points away. So that's a very good start for them for match day 18. So they had a goal in the 5th minute, 14th minute, 19th minute, and 31st minute. So the stats for that game, Villarreal had 15 shots, 6 on target, 43% possession, a total of 459 passes, a pass accuracy of 84%, 18 fouls, no yellow card, no red card, 4 corners. That was their stats against Celta Vigo, which they won. Um, so the next match kicks off 2 p.m. Nigerian time, and it's the match between Sevilla versus Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad have been on form this season. and I think they are among top seven on the La Liga table. So I really think that this match is going to be a very tough match. But I really think that Sevilla are not going to lose because this match specifically, Sevilla are at home. So I believe that Sevilla are going to win or draw that match. I don't see Real Sociedad beating Sevilla at home. So that's my own prediction. So Sevilla to either win or draw.